wrong? Did I scare you?
Hardly. Now make like a ninja and disappear.
Are you ready to find out who the true queen of—
Sure. Try not to cry when they give me the crown. Ready? Then show me. Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
When Cynthia Rothrock conquered Hong Kong cinema, Hollywood got excited. Studio executives watched this blonde American woman demolish opponents on screen and thought they'd struck gold. So they tried to replicate it. They brought in Kathy Long, a legitimate kickboxing champion. They gave Karen Shepard her shot. Mimi Laseos got her chance. Every single one failed. The films flopped, audiences didn't show, and Hollywood made a decision that would haunt action cinema for decades. They declared that female action stars just don't sell tickets. But here's the twisted part. The one woman who actually proved she could be a star got left behind in her own country. And what makes this story even crazier is where it all began. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 1970. A 13-year-old girl walks into her first Tang Soo Do class. She's the only girl in a room full of boys and men. She feels completely uncoordinated, can't throw a proper punch, can't even shout the way martial artists are supposed to. Most people would have walked out and never come back. But Cynthia Rothrock looked at that room and made a different choice. Being the worst person there wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. What happened over the next decade sounds almost impossible. Between 1981 and 1985, Rothrock entered over 100 martial arts tournaments. But here's the thing. There were no women's divisions. Not enough women competed to create separate categories. So she went up against the men, and she absolutely destroyed them. 32 first-place finishes in forms, 12 first-place victories in weapons, 5-time world champion. She held an undefeated record that seemed supernatural. Her signature weapon? Hook swords. Twin blades that could lock together, that she could swing and manipulate in ways that left audiences stunned. Then came 1983, and everything started to shift. Black Belt magazine put Rothrock on their cover as Female Competitor of the Year. She was the first woman to ever appear on the cover of a major martial arts publication. That same year, scouts from Golden Harvest, the legendary Hong Kong production company, showed up in California. And this is where the story takes its first wild turn. Golden Harvest wasn't looking for a woman. They were on a mission to find the next Bruce Lee, a male martial artist who could fill that massive void. Director Corey Yuen attended a martial arts exhibition in Los Angeles, scanning for potential. Then, Cynthia Rothrock stepped onto the floor. She ran through techniques, executed some sparring, and then pulled out her hook swords. She connected them and started swinging in patterns that seemed to defy physics. The swords moved so fast they generated enough force that chunks of plaster started falling from the ceiling. Ewan watched this petite American woman wielding twin blades like a warrior from another era, and every plan about finding a male star evaporated instantly. 2 years later, Rothrock found herself in Hong Kong filming Yes, Madam with Michelle Yeoh, who was also making her first major action role. The film paired them as tough cops taking down criminals, and Rothrock played a character originally written for a male actor, a Bruce Lee type. They rewrote it for her, gave her the Chinese name Fu Lok Law. When Yes, Madam hit theaters, it didn't just do well. It shattered box office records. The girl from Scranton who felt so uncoordinated in that first class had become a massive star in one of the most demanding film markets in the world. But nobody knew the secret she was carrying. Between Yes, Madam and her second Hong Kong film, something went catastrophically wrong. During training, Rothrock felt something tear in her right knee. The diagnosis was brutal. Complete ACL rupture. Doctors recommended immediate reconstructive surgery and months of recovery. Rothrock looked at her filming schedule, at the opportunity she'd fought her entire life to achieve, and made a decision that baffled medical professionals. She refused surgery. She was going back to work. Here's where it gets—
2026 is stacked with game releases. However, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the games I'm really excited for are the smaller, retro-inspired ones, like my most anticipated game of the year, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction.
By the power of Grayskull.
Have you ever been a fan of something for so long you can't even remember when you first discovered the franchise? That's exactly how I feel about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And honestly, a ton of other 80s franchises. Now, I was born in 1985, so technically I mainly grew up during the 90s. But thanks to my dad's VHS collection, my childhood was packed with classic 80s movies. Predator, Bloodsport, Lethal Weapon, RoboCop, and the cartoons was the same deal. Every Saturday morning, it was reruns of Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and of course, He-Man. Now, maybe it's just nostalgia, but honestly, I don't care. This He-Man game looks so good. I mean, one of my favorite franchises from my youth is being turned into one of my favorite video game genres. A He-Man beat 'em up that actually looks so good. How could I not be excited? Dragon Pearl Destruction just looks like it has so much going for it. Beautiful pixel art that truly does justice to the 80s classic Masters of the Universe cartoon. There's going to be 12 stages taking us across Eternia, facing a vast roster of villains. Beastman, Clawful, Trapjaw, Evil Lyn, Skeletor, and so many more. 4 playable characters, He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, and She-Ra. And according to the developers, each hero will have their own unique playstyle. The combat looks hard-hitting and really reminds me of another iconic beat-em-up, Golden Axe. By the way, speaking of Golden Axe, how sick is it that we're getting Death Adder added to Shinobi Art of Vengeance? In this new DLC, Joe Musashi has to confront 3 iconic Sega villains, including Death Adder. And honestly, they absolutely nailed his look. From the massive, overpowering barbarian physique, to the horned helmet, to the dragon-headed shield, and of course, the golden axe. Even the background of the stage looks perfect.
Is the way that lies.